our group 3, we are presenting our version of Chicago State's strategic planning. I am Daniqua Johnson. Okay, case abstract. Chicago State is located on the south side of Chicago. The university has served the city since 1867. Over the years, Chicago State has seen a decrease in enrollment, retention of students, low graduation rate, and first-time freshmen. No professional job placement programs has been here since forever. There has been a decrease in graduate professional schools and a low percentage in professional certification programs. And in our project, we will address these 6 challenges and implement a strategic plan for the next 5 years. We are not only going to implement the plan, we will address how we will have a policy in place for each challenge as well. We will include strategies and action and analyzation and implementation along with a revised mission and vision statement. This project will also show recommendations to specific strategies and tactics within the external audit, internal strategy formulation, strategy implementation, and strategy evaluation. Of course, here is a little history of Chicago State. We opened our doors in a leaky railroad freight and car in Blue Island, Illinois on September 2nd, 1897. Well, from 1867 till 1897. The school was dedicated to training elementary and secondary school teachers. It became a renowned center of progressive education under the leadership of the second principal, who is Francis Parker. Chicago State has southern parts of the United States, and in 1972, the university made the monumental move to 68th and Stewart, and has been located at this location, which is on 95th and King Drive, for 102 years. The Chicago State, we have a 360-bed residence hall that was opened in 1995 in August, giving students the opportunity to experience the convenience of living on campus and enrich academic, social, and cultural environment. Chicago State has steadily witnessed the major demographic and ethnic changes experiences by Chicago's South Side for over the past 140 years. Today, Chicago State is governed by Board of Trustees by the Governor of Illinois. We have 5 colleges, which includes health sciences, arts and sciences, business, education, and pharmacy. We offer 38 undergraduate and 30 graduate degree granting programs. We also have a division of continuing education and non-traditional programming that reach out to the community within extension courses. In the past year, we had a budget crisis which included 2 presidents within 1 year. We had low enrollment, construction is not completed in a timely manner, and graduation rate is low, and the decline in retention of students. Some goals and objectives that we face at Chicago State. We would like to increase enrollment, increase retention of students, increase graduation rate for first-time freshmen, increase professional job placement, increase enrollment in graduate and professional schools, and also increase professional certification programs for students prior to graduation. Now I am passing it over to my colleague Solomon.
My name is Solomon, and I'll be talking about goals, objectives to specific challenges facing Chicago State University.
I'll be doing the vision and mission statement.
Official Chicago State mission statement. Chicago State University is a public, comprehensive university that provides success to higher education for students of diverse background and educational needs. The university fosters the intellectual development and success of its student population through a rigorous, positive, and transformative educational experience. Chicago State is committed to teaching, research, service and community development, including social justice, leadership, and entrepreneurship. Mission statement. Chicago State University is a flourishing public university that provides leadership, research, promoting good ethics, leadership, entrepreneurship, and social and environmental justice and community development to transform life globally. Chicago State's main focus is to help students and staff members succeed in present and future endeavor. We seek to provide the best education for every student with our great technology at our university. We will enforce learning, studying, technicals, and provide growing opportunity for every student in the university. In doing so, Chicago State will meet students' expectation of receiving the highest education. As a result, our students will succeed graduation while implementing their knowledge in their career. Mission statement proposed. These are the list of 9 mission statements proposed. 1. Customers, product or service, markets, technology, concern for survival, growth and profitability, philosophy, self-concept, concern for public image, concern for employees. Official vision statement. Our official vision statement at Chicago State University will be to recognize for innovation in teaching and research and in promoting ethics, leadership, entrepreneurship, and social and environmental justice. We will embrace, engage, educate, and empower our students and community to transform life locally and globally. Vision statement. Chicago State University vision is to be the premier student center, research-focused public university in Midwest, create academically inspiring public square, lead as a model of academic excellence, innovation, diversity, and responsible citizenship, contributing to the advancement of knowledge for the benefit of the people of the region, the state, the nation, and the whole world. Thank you, and I'll be passing on to my next colleague.
Hi, my name is Valencia, and my previous colleagues has covered a little history, the background, the mission and vision. Now I will talk about the external audits and some of the opportunities that they have. We will discuss 10. Some of them are like the growth potential, new constructions, societal trends, increased value of higher learning achievement. They also want to have growing demand for graduates, increase the demand for mid-career redirection and life learning, technical advances, changing demographics, and continuing education and intellectual for people of all ages. Some of the threats externally that they face is that the state budget crisis, the negative public perception, historical lack of knowledge about Chicago State, societal and student perception of education solely means to the job. The neighborhood is in slow decline, and they also have increased competition for students at other universities and things of that nature. So based on some of these external threats and opportunities that we came up with, we did a competitive profile matrix against the schools that they compete against, which is Northern Illinois and SIU. Based off this competitive profile, Chicago State is actually last. It's actually doing poorly compared to the other two universities. Chicago State, Southern is outperforming both University Northern and Chicago State with a score of 3.61. Chicago State received a score of 2.23, which puts them last on the thing. The result is not surprising because the heaviest weight was on the tuition, and Chicago State needs to improve the financial position and diversity on the campus. Next, I will talk about the EFE evaluation, and as you can see, these are the opportunities and threats that they use that we just talked about. Based on this, they received a score of 2.77. Chicago State University is doing very well addressing the external issues with the score of 2.77. The largest threat is a lack of scholarships and poor enrollment. And I will be passing it on to my next colleague to cover the internal audit.
How's it going, guys? My name is Jason Nash, marketing major here at Chicago State University, and I will be talking to you guys more so about the internal audit strengths. The first one is the affordable tuition, the small class sizes, the numerous organizations and campus activities, the poor campus climate, the positive campus climate, and the quality of academic programs and student services. Internal audit's weaknesses. The low enrollment, the ability to hire and retain faculty, the high and unequal workloads the faculty and staff have to endure. Chicago State has a big dealing with the graduation rate, which is extremely low. That's one of the greater weaknesses. The poor academic preparation and the aging of the facility itself. Okay, and then we're going to go next to the IFE, which stands for the Internal Factors Evaluation Matrix. And we're going to start with the strengths. The first one is the affordable tuition, 0.08. Small class sizes, which we weighted at 0.10. The numerous organizations and campus activity, which we also weighted at 0.10. And these also all equal a cumulative score, weighted score. Next up, we're going to talk about the IFE, which stands for the Internal Factor Evaluation Matrix for the weaknesses. The low enrollment, which we weighted at 0.9, the ability to hire and retain faculty, which we weighted at 0.04, and these also have together weighted score. Chicago State University is doing poorly on addressing its internal issues with a total IFE score of about 1.9. CSU and many weaknesses such as low enrollment, ability to hire and retain faculty, and the graduation rate is low. CSU has many important strengths such as the quality academic programs and student services. So, we're gonna go to the SWOT analysis. Strengths and opportunity strategies. The affordable tuition, so that students are able to pay for their education, which is one of the greatest ones we have. Continuing education for people of all ages. Organization and campuses, activities. Now we're going to go to the weakness opportunities. Not a lot of students enrolled at Chicago State currently. The school has growth potential and the students' awareness of professional job placement upon graduation. Strengths and threats. The budget crisis is one of the greatest ones in this sector. The academic programs and student services, and the neighborhood and slow decline. Then we go to the weakness. Not enough academic preparation. The students are not aware of where to find job placements after graduation. The ability to hire and retain faculty. Next, we'll talk about the space matrix. Chicago State University is firmly planted in the defensive quadrant of the space matrix. CSU should consider further expanding into customer loyalty by creating additional college fairs and events, as you can see. Now, talking about the grand strategy matrix, Chicago State University placed in quadrant 3 in the grand strategy matrix. The university is in the financial crisis. The university has been surviving off the reserves, and over 9 months, they are nearing at the end of this reserve funds. So basically, they're running out of money, and the financial crisis is what makes them placed in the 3rd quadrant in the grand strategy. Okay, the internal and external matrix. Chicago State University has performed poorly over the past 4 years. In regards to the graduation rate, CSU should consider further expanding their enrollment over the next 5 years. So we have the rates from 2016, which is 11%, 2015, 11, 2014, 19%, and 2013, which is 15%. As you can see, there's fluctuation, but it has been on decline except for 2014.
Hi,
Strategy
everyone. My name is
formulation.
Kizito, and I'm here to present the QSPM opportunities. Now, this QSPM opportunities chart shows us the way to go in choosing, increasing the variety of our programs or exposing students to more opportunities of personal value through courses. Now, you can see the way we've chosen the way, and we're trying to decide what area is best for us, CSU, to move to. Now, the QSPM threats, the state budget crisis. You can see that our evaluation, the weight was 0.5 in our evaluation, and the TAS became out to 0.15. The increased value of higher education completion, you can see it's very low, it's on 0.8. The negative public perception is like the view of other people from everywhere looking to Chicago State. Negative public perception is 0.4. The negative, the lack of scholarships. Chicago doesn't have a huge scholarship program, and that's also a threat to us. Lack of internship and job placements. A lot of students find it hard to get internships and job placements after they graduate. Now we're going to look at the QSPM or strengths. You can see the affordable tuition, 0.6. It's affordable, but not that affordable. Small classes sizes, yes, we have small classes sizes. In each class, you can get like about 10 to 20 people, students in each class, compared to other schools that they have like 50 to 60 people in one class. Numerous organization and campus activities. The activities, I think we could do better in activities, but we have a strong strength in the activities we do in Chicago State. Positive campus climate, yeah, the environment is very good. Quality of academic programs and students. Services, yes, they actually get students involved. Facilities include new and well-maintained attractive buildings, grounds with growth potentials. Diverse student body, and you can see the weight. This is the weight we have right here. You can see the total right here, and that's our strength. Now the QSPM weakness. The QSPM weakness. The quality of strategic plan matrix use input information from stage 1 to objectively evaluate feasible alternative and objective strategies identified in stage 2. It reveals the relative attractiveness of alternative strategies and though provides basis for selecting specific strategies. The recommendation below provide many ideas that CSU could employ. Now, going back to our weakness, you can see low enrollment. We get very bad low enrollment. Many students don't want to come over here because they just feel that they're not going to get their money's worth. Ability to hire and retain faculty is a huge problem right here. High and unequal workloads, faculty and staff. Graduation rate is low, especially for people that come into CSU from freshmen, they tend to drop out. Convenient class schedules, that's a huge problem because Chicago State need more classes during the weekend and evening classes because 80% of the students have jobs and that would be beneficial for them. Poor academic preparations and poor academic preparations is getting tutors and people that can help students after class. They don't have it available. Facilities, maintenance, the maintenance of the building, we have a huge problem because lack of funding. You can have one janitor in a huge building. That they can fix, but that pertains to the budget. And my recommendation is to increase enrollment by 30% overall. Increase retention of students after enrollment by 10%. Increase graduation rate by 5% for the first-time freshmen. Increase professional job placement for all students by 5%. Work to implement professional certification programs. Strategy implementation. In the next 5 years, these are some of the strategies CUSU can implement. There must be a team of individuals from across campus who are committed to student success and who will meet weekly to access programs. Increase the success and retention of currently enrolled students by involving them in a network of comprehensive academic and personal support services. Move academic advisors to the students and develop a structure that fosters professionalism and accountability among advisors. A lot of students' contacts by the time of day and day of week will reveal that few students seek out advisors between 8 to 10 o'clock. Drop-in advising should be made easy by having advisors with afternoons, evening hours available. In libraries, students' union, and other sites where students congregate. Establish freshman interest groups. Allowing small groups of students with similar interests to take several classes together along with a small weekly seminar in the topic. With appropriate supervision and high-achieving senior students can lead the seminar and provide inspiring role models for the new students. Progress monitoring. Implement predictive analytic tools that will allow us to monitor and support Chicago State University through the years. CSU will monitor the plan, recruit experienced and reliable consultants, conduct meetings and specified locations and annual with board members. Summary evaluation. Chicago State University can create and integrate system with the plan because the benchmark measuring stick for progress with Chicago State. It then becomes a system of accountability. And that's it. Now I'm gonna pass it to my next colleague,
Has been
Jordan.
surviving off of reserves for the past year. So Chicago State is presently a state of retrenchment and has been forced to minimize efforts to improve their facility and staff. So basically, over the past year, Chicago State we have been in a budget crisis. As far as we had laid off our staff, we had to discontinue a lot of majors, we had to discontinue a lot of events. Our money went down, we don't have a lot of things that we can offer the students, and our technology is also going down. So we need to actually get the state budget in order for us, for our school to improve, for order for our school to continue to be at the top along with UIC, NIU, Carbondale, and Edwardsville. So also, as we're saying here, in the years ahead, enrollment stability is the main factor that will determine whether CSU will thrive or simply survive. So for example, this past semester, we had 95 freshmen. Compared to other semesters, we've had over 100 freshmen. So our freshman enrollment has to improve, basically, because freshmen is what we have to bring in. And if we don't have any freshmen, we don't really have a university, if that makes sense to you. We also believe if Chicago State follows through with our strategic plan, it will take us to the year 2021 and beyond. Our plan responds to all 6 challenges the college is facing. If it follows the plan, Chicago State University, the university will enhance the performance to the environment. So basically, with the conclusion, we need funding, we need the state to give us our money, we need our staff in the Cook building to be on top of what they have to do in order for our university to stay on top. We need to get out of the negative light, because right now we're on the negative light. A lot of people don't even know that our university is still open. So I feel like once Chicago State does everything they need to do, from enrollment to money to programs to staff members, and to gather more students, then I really feel like our university will be more successful than what it has been for the past 2 years. Thank you, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me about our conclusion.